May 19th, High Court of Crane, Accused Lobby. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. And we're about to apparently have Maya on the stand. Talk about some really close shaves. It was really tough. It was tough. We can't really get a closer shave than a Headsman's Brand's blade, that's for sure. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like, we have to remind ourselves every moment our lives are on the line here. That trial's not even over yet. I'm already exhausted, of course. Emotionally, you'd be so devastated. Like, you know, like, I always talk about how, like, if you have, like, even a little bit of an anxiety, like, a feeling of anxiety, it can, like, tire you a little bit. So you imagine, like, this feeling of, like, at all times, at any moment, the verdict is going to lead to our death. Still, you were able to fight back the Queen herself in there. Well, maybe, with Miss Faye's help, I won't have to keep on playing her game much longer. We're hoping, right? Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she was well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? I do think it's really cool that they phrase it this way, because we obviously were worried about Maya, if she was okay or not. But in the moment, right, Apollo is all he's thinking about is trying to, like, you know, and it's not that he's insensitive or anything like that. It's one of those situations where, like, in the courtroom, you're trying your best to prove the truth in any way, shape, or form. But it shows here right afterwards. It's like, yeah, he's also thinking, like, oh, yeah, maybe I should have checked this first, you know? But it's, yeah, hopefully she's okay. She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. But that's all it was, so she should be okay, hopefully. Hopefully. Barbed Head, Hornhead. I love those nicknames now from Rafa. They mean so much, like, they're so much more important to me now than they were before. Rafa, you did fantastic, by the way. Hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rafa, you're really impressive in there. It's such a different thing here, right? Apollo goes, hello, Your Benevolence, and Phoenix goes, Princess Rafa, because I think, like, Phoenix has, like, become, like, I don't know, like, so close to Rafa as well, you know? She did fantastic.
I am the royal priestess,
yes,
Rafa Padma Kurain.
She did such a fantastic job. It was such a symbolic thing, her taking off her own jacket.
To face my father's death.
Fantastic stuff. Really fantastic stuff. Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. Yep. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess, and that's so important. You okay? It was all thanks to you and your friends, Rafa. See, that's what I'm talking about. She knows that, like, these people mean so much to her now as well. But Rafa, you did that on your own strength. Yes, 100% we have to acknowledge that it's so beautiful that Apollo and Phoenix, Athena and Maya and everyone helped Rafa come to this place. But it was her own strength who was able to, what helped her in the end. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. I love that she's saying this now. We've come so far with Rafa. And it's all I've ever wanted was, like, you know, for her to be... Because, like, it's not just like us being like, yes, she's finally thanking us. It's more of a case of, like, acknowledging that there's people out there that actually do care about her, rather than just caring about her as the princess, you know? So, you have my gratitude with this side smirk as well. But she's saying thank you. She was saying thank you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, like, again, it's not me wanting a thank you. It's me loving the fact that she cares enough to say this. You know what I mean? Where it's like she has gotten to a point where she is grateful enough. Not because it's like, as it says, not because I'm like, yes, say thank you right now. It's more like, oh, she, like, has gotten that close and she's able to acknowledge that people care about her and that people have helped her and these people have their best interests in mind, you know? Don't mention it. I know, I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse? No, look at her. It's okay. Like, it's honestly, for me, it's just good enough that you have, like, realized that there are people that care about you and that, you know, you've realized the truth maybe about your mother and the situation you were in as well. And you stood up for yourself. Or perhaps I should reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage. Rafa, you don't have to do anything, but it's so nice that you're even thinking of thanking us as well. Oh, that's okay, Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough. Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's more than enough. My happiness is knowing that Rafa is in a way better place than she was last week. But I thought you Americans like massages. I know she's like American culture massages, you know? My technique is highly praised by my father, I'll have you know. Oh, I know he was an awful man, but, like, just the thought, you know, the way, like, kids do this sometimes where it's like, you know, Dad, let me do your hair. Let me, you know, give you a head massage. You know, like, yeah, I can just imagine her doing that, you know? Oh? Hey, you lawyers, where's the accused? What do you mean, where's the accused? You're the people that's supposed to... contain the accused? You're a bailiff? Dirk? You're literally a bailiff. That's a good question. Oh, Dats. Oh no, what did you do? I blew it big time, AJ? Dats? Shut up, you! What's going on? The scoundrel tried to escape with the accused. What? Are you joking me? Oh. We were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be. Oh, God. This is not good. And here's the thing. I'm glad, like, it's good that he escaped, but if he did escape, I'm happy he escaped, right? But at the same time, too, this looks so bad now. Right? This looks so bad. Where are you hiding, where are you hiding me, you miscreant? The bailiff is sweating because he knows he's in trouble too if he lost Dirk, right? He knows he is. It's in Apollo's best interest for Dirk to stay here right now. It is. Oh no, he's talking to the Dats. I keep telling you, I got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together, but lost track of him after that. I know it's like in their heart to totally escape and to want to escape, and they should be able to escape, but doesn't that not put like Apollo in like a bit of a dangerous situation then, where he like now has no one to defend, or no one here to defend, and incriminates him a bit more, you know? So Dirk's on the lam now? Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You want to know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. What? Oh, he's going to set her free. Honestly, though, right? I know this puts us in a very tough situation. If he's able to set free Amara, if he's able to do that, you know what that does? It's a domino effect. They have nothing over Nayna anymore, and nothing over Dirk. That could literally change the whole tide of this. If we can get Nayna on our side, and to have him change completely knowing that Amara's okay, that would be huge for us. What? Don't tell me he's gone to rescue her. Honestly, again, it really puts us in a tough situation, but you have to understand what I'm saying, right? You guys understand what I'm saying. This would be amazing for Nayna. But that's what I am telling you. It's why I helped him escape in the first place. Do you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why do you choose to go rescue her now? Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block. Why, Dirk? I thought you believe. Oh, they're doing. Oh no. I was gonna say like it's like they're doing the darkest before the dawn thing. It's one final. How do I say it? One final like stretch of a lack of belief in his dad. Because what does this signify again? In a way. And here's the thing. I hope it'll get resolved soon. I think it will get resolved, hopefully. But this once again is like he left Apollo. You know what I mean? And in Apollo's mind, who is the child in this situation, even if he is like 25, his dad left him again. Don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara. You'll see. But you know what I mean? Like, and it's hard not to feel that tinge of pain in your heart. From Apollo's perspective, his dad is left again. You know what I mean? That's his perspective. Even if like it's not that way. Even if Dirk doesn't feel that way, it's hard. It would be hard not to feel that way because you're used to that feeling of like, oh, he left me before. That's not the point, Listen, all you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will resume. See that you are ready. Wait, the trial's still on, even without the defendant? Those were eminence orders, so you will return to her courtroom once. I mean, it helps her more that he tried to escape, or did escape. It helps her way more. Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads. I know for me, if like my dad left me for what, was it 10 years? Left me for 10 years, right? And then we finally got back in a great relationship. Like, even though I know that he cares about Apollo, even though I know that he's not actually leaving Apollo because he wants to abandon him, in this moment, it would be hard for me not to think to myself, like, you know, kind of like, oh man, he left again in like this big, tough situation, you know? It would be hard not to think that way. I'm not saying it's like logical or even if it's like, you know, rational, but the human mind and the human heart isn't always the most rational thing in the world. We get those tinges of emotions, right, 100%, and that's not something that's you can blame Apollo for if he does feel that way, you know? It's a tough situation. May 19th. High Court of Karain. Such a tough situation. My heart's pounding. Now, let's resume the trial at hand. Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing. What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused? That's what's so crazy in that, like, the difference between this court system and the other court systems. In this case, he's asking, permission for the queen, not like, commanding the courtroom. Why not? My royal guard is searching for them as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting. Yes, but what about the law governing the court proceedings? Oh, just slamming the table. Yeah, there she goes again, just changing laws. No care in the world about this, just changing laws. As the ruling sovereign of Korea proclaimed the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia. So that means if they're not even here, they can be tried. It's crazy that she can just do this, though. It is crazy. But it's intentionally crazy. It's supposed to be like, oh my god, she's so corrupt. 100%. She's such a corrupt individual. Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with proceeding. Will the witness, Miss Maya Fey, please approach... She's going to be here. We haven't seen her since the kidnapping situation. We haven't seen her since. Oh, Maya. Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Getting dragged out of bed into the court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. Not at all, especially with what you went through. I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It was my idea. And you are? Oh my god, she's never met Apollo. She's never met Apollo. Oh right, I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. He's heard a lot about you, 100%. Oh, so you're Apollo. Nick's told me all about you. They're playing this music. They've heard a lot about each other. Of course they did. I know for a fact that Phoenix was talking the ear off Maya about Apollo and talking the ear off Apollo about Maya. 100%. I'm glad they're playing this music though, because even though this is a very tense situation, a very sad situation, this game reminds us how much heart and beauty is in there too, even after 6 games, we still have 2 of the most central characters across the whole 6 games, and it's the first time they've ever met. How crazy is that? Across 6 games, 2 of the most important characters, and it's the first time they ever meet. It's so amazing. You're the new guy with the loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable? Oh, because he left. But that was an important thing for him. He needed to leave to truly find himself. Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. I mean, Phoenix, can we be honest here? If you want to call Apollo unreliable, no one's forgotten about Apollo Justice. You know what I mean? You weren't. I know in the end you were very reliable, but in the end Apollo was reliable too. So you know what I mean? It's like we're both we both have a bit of a streak. So why was it called here anyway? I love they're playing this music. It's making me feel so warm in a situation that's so cold. I'm under arrest again? Oh Maya, no, don't worry. Huh? I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Faye, this is a trial for Dirk Somedy, and you're here as a witness. What? Dirk's been arrested? Look at these facial expressions as well. They seem very new as well, right? But that's not exactly the reaction I was expecting. Miss Faye, you are suspected of playing part in the murder of Justice Minister Igna. What? Someone allegedly forced you to channel the ministers to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least that is what the defense claims. Wait, what? I imagine hearing about this whole thing, like, now, in court for the first time after being basically, like, injured and sick and exhausted and kidnapped. How could you, Apollo? How do you even reach that conclusion? Oh my god, the puff cheeks as well. Please trust Apollo, Maya. Please trust Apollo in this sense. Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense. Your understandable anger at the defense decide. Will you testify, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Majesty. She understands the court system better than anyone. She understands what it means to testify. She understands the horrible situation, how it puts a lot of pressure on you, but like in the end, it's needed, right? She understands that better than anyone. Channeling the minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Minister Igna. The puffy cheeks is always so adorable. I didn't even have a chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. I know you wouldn't. I know for sure you wouldn't. Though, I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with. Interesting testimony, because, like, what do you press there? It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Igna. And if her words prove to be true defense, your entire argument becomes moot. Do you understand that? You do understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. It doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying. That's the thing. I was like looking at the testimony there. It just seemed like a very like passionate explanation of her feelings. Apollo. Maya was being awfully secretive about something just now. About what? Then I guess I better dig a bit and try and get her to open up to me first? To dig a bit? Because we can't... I don't even know what you dig a bit into, though. I guess, like... I don't have any idea what's going on, but... I know I didn't channel Minister Igna. Should we... I didn't even have the chance to do something like that. We know because she was kidnapped, right? Besides, I'd never go... See, it's like one of those things where I agree with this. I know she wouldn't go along quietly. But, though I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with. So should we press this, I guess, maybe?
Hold it!
I guess? It sounds like you're trying, to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye. Did anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? Whoa. It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Sorry, I didn't realize. Wait, we're in a court of law. Yeah, I know. Then what was all about being me being rude? I'm just doing my job. So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Bit of friction there, right? But I think that's just like, growing pains when you meet each other for the first time. Getting to know each other's personalities. Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. You made a promise to Dirk? A pretty big one. So this is super interesting. If she made a promise to Dirk, that means she does have a secret. I think it's all about all you're about to get out of her? Yeah. Maya seems really confused, but you can't blame her for not knowing what happened. So she has a secret with Dirk, but like... Sorry, I skipped the accent. She has something she had to keep secret for Dirk, but like... Is there any way we can convince her that like... While the secret may be important... This is going to help Dirk in the long run. By the way, this thing he said here is true after all. She was kidnapped and now she's wrapped up in murderers. Yes, it's very confusing. It's very traumatic as well. He said we have to like fill her in as we go through her testimony. I'm guessing we have to press everything. I'm guessing we just have to press everything. Because he said as we go with her testimony. So we found out in the last one that she has a secret with Dirk. I think the reason why I'm not like too worried about that is because whatever secret is, it's both like, I know it's going to be morally good between Dirk and, Maya, because it's Dirk and Maya.
Hold it!
Let's just press what we can then, I guess. You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct? I was exhausted after being held captive for so long. That must be terrible. Maya, Minister Igna didn't do anything to you, did he? Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. You asked him for all sorts of things? Like what? Yeah. Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of the Plume. Oh, Maya. Because even though it's like it will always be a traumatic situation, of course Maya is the type of like person who's gonna be like, I want to see my TV show, Acting like a brat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from the place. I cannot believe she kicked up such a fuss. By the way, this is so Maya to say I was acting like a brat. You're not you're not a brat no matter what you say when you're kidnapped. You're not a brat. But again, Maya's such like an interesting character and such a unique character and such a very eccentric character that like, she describes it as being a brat, but it's so funny she actually got some burgers and TV out of kicking up a fuss. He was surprisingly nice to me. Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here? Here's the thing, it doesn't matter how nice, again, I know this is Maya being her eccentric self. That's like saying someone who beats you up or something. Let's say someone beat me up in the street and it's like, yeah, but they didn't take my wallet. It's like, yeah, but they still beat you up. They still kidnapped you. It doesn't matter how, he's not nice in the first place. There's nothing that will ever cancel it out. There's nothing that will cancel out. He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. So she sees it as him being a pushover. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through. Look at this side look from Maya. Oh, that? Approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief. Yeah, he's evil. He's absolutely evil. With a wife like her, it was probably really pushing him through, pushing through out of fear. Here's the thing, Apollo. Love you to bits, but yes, she's awful. Yes, she's absolutely terrible. But Igna was doing that casually. We were standing in front of him as he was doing it like no tomorrow, right? If he was really fearful, we would have seen it in his face. We're not. Here's the thing. I can blame a lot of stuff on Queen Garan. I'm not blaming Igna's evilness. He's evil. I'm going to see why he wanted to stage a coup. He is awful too. Now, it's true that she's also awful. I understand what they're saying, that, like, you know, getting her out of the way would actually be really fantastic, 100%. But, like, to me, it's just like, you know, it's like, you know, a demon trying to get Satan out of office. It's like, okay, you're both awful. I know Apollo and Phoenix aren't saying Igna's amazing, by the way. They're trying to reference how bad Garan is. I know that, by the way. I know that. In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but all the things that happened. So I think we have to press a lot of stuff here. I know I didn't channel Minister Igna. Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him. Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know. Oh, Maya. Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time. Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you ever see Nayna in the tomb? Interesting question, right? Dressed as Dirk. That's a very interesting question. Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I remember if I saw something as crazy as that. Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate when he's right. I mean, it's good. It's good. Sometimes being wrong will help us, right? For sure. I didn't even have a chance to do something like that. Yeah, I think we just have to press everything. I think we just do. You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up. Literally. Oh my god. This is why is she's like the sweetest person who ever lived. Imagine talking about how you were kidnapped and tied up, and she smiles and puts her hands together. I was literally tied up. You know, it's very Maya. So there was no way for me to make the channeling mudra with my hands to do it. Interesting, so she couldn't make the hand symbols. Right. I guess she really didn't channel Igna then. Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right? Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes, but full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want. So I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye? Of course. It's a cinch for a new and improved mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium. Oh my god, the smile on her face as well as she says this. That's strange. You seem like the same old childish Maya to be. No, she's amazing. She's grown up. Girl, I'll show you, childish Nick. Oh, the puffed out cheeks again. But again, their bickering is always very sweet and funny. Oh, she cut that off. Did we press everything? The witnesses denying she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless, so it seems that we pressed what we needed to press. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. Maya, do you know what this means? I don't think she even knows what's happening here fully. Oh, if she doesn't know what's happening here. I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. I don't... Again, I know he suspected you channeled Igna, but I thought it was for escape or for some other reason, you know, or under duress of some kind. I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Mr. Igna, do you? Do we? Oh, evidence, huh? There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind. Is he trying to point us towards something? Is the game trying to point us towards something? That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. It is traumatic. It is traumatic seeing people wear Maya's clothes, no matter what anyone says. It's always very weird. If the defense has no evidence offered, I will have to end this cross-examination. What now? Even if she doesn't use any special items to do the channeling itself, you think there would be something to complete the deception. Is there any proof that Justice Mr. Igna was channeled? I guess we can go with you bet there is. The music and the whole energy around this makes me feel like we have something in the way they were kind of pushing us towards maybe that too. You bet there is. Really? Well now. You're bluffing, I take it. Are we bluffing? I'll be fine. If we're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Okay, we know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Good thinking, Apollo. This might be perfect angle to attack from, what, saying he was dressed in his normal outfit? How so? Let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Faye channeled... Wait, what? So something to do with his outfit then? That would be this then, right? Igna's button. That's the only thing that has to do with his outfit. Like, this here is not really going to do as much there as well. But the way they were talking about, like, disguises, and they were to talk about deception, some item. Like, the only thing that's related to... And then they talked about the outfit. The only thing that's related to his outfit is the button. And it was in the tomb at the time as well, so we can present this, maybe?
Take that!
It's like the only thing. Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What? What was that doing in the tomb? So you do recognize it, but then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone from your husband's jacket? I don't get where you're going with this. Channeling Mr. Igna alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa, because again, she would have noticed right away because the outfits would be different, right? Especially if you were wearing your clothes, 100%. We said that before as well, right? So you would have to change into Minister's clothes before channeling him. Ah! Miss Faye, you used the Minister's clothes as covering while going from his room to the tomb, where you burned them once you no longer needed them. Are we actually saying this happened? She seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo? That's the thing. Are we saying she genuinely burned Igna's clothes afterwards? Is that what we're trying to, like, assert here? Unless this is what the secret she had for Dirk, but, like, it's such a weird line of questioning, right? Objection from Garan? Miss Faye. Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Igna Karua Karain, right? So she knows the name. That is correct in part, but there's more. Much more. Oh, she's saying if she doesn't know the name, she couldn't have channeled him? Igna Karagul Hakwood, oh god, there's a lot. There's a lot. That is his true name. Could it be any longer? Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Faye, did you know his true name? I know that there's, like, actually a thing with different cultures that, like, some names can be way longer than, like, your public name. Minnie from Idol, for example, has a really long name. She's from Thailand. She has a really long name, but she just calls herself Minnie, you know, for her public audience, you know. No, I mean, how could I? Precisely. Yet a medium must know both the face and the true name of the one she seeks to channel. Yeah, if she didn't know the full name, she couldn't have done it then. So then Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Igna. Because the thing is, like, here's the thing, right? I understand the line of questioning, and I do love what they've done here as well. It's actually really, really, it's really smart. They played upon our emotions in this scene by playing the music that usually is this revelatory music. You know, that music that plays when we're about to push back. We found all the information we need. We're really, really cooking. And then usually that music plays for much longer. It's stopping this music right here and right now. It makes it feel like, oh, we were, like, instantly wrong. It makes it feel like we've been pushed back upon so quickly, you know? This usual feeling of like we've succeeded is stopped in its tracks. It's actually really well done. Really well done with it, using music cues that we know so well to make us feel like we were on the wrong path a little bit, right? For sure. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Because you're saying, I'm sure there's something to this. But the actual, like, line of questioning, which is this. Where is it? You burned them once you no longer needed them. Even if there is some truth to this, which there could be, it's still a crazy line of questioning, right? It's very crazy. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know? And didn't like, thanks to that last trial. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Of course you hate him. But Apollo keeps pushing this, right? And I wonder if there is something to this, but we have to see what. I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. She doesn't seem like she's lying. However, Your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. That's what I'm saying. There's probably something to this. It's just we're on the wrong track, right? I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off some wrong assumption again, which can happen. Which can definitely happen. Apollo? I was thinking. Yes? Since I didn't channel Minister Igna, is it possible that someone else did? Who else could have done that, though? Because the only people we know that can channel are you and Garan. Someone else? But who else could have been? I haven't thought that far yet. Isn't it only you and Garan who can channel? Or maybe there's more people? Such chatters without merit. Let us move on, shall we? The fact that you want us to move on so quickly actually makes me want to go along this path even further. And I love that Maya's the one to bring this up. Maya's like, yeah, your ideas are solid, but, you know, it's just the thing that was crazy was the line of questioning towards Maya. You burned the clothes. It just doesn't seem like a Maya thing to do. You know what I mean? Even if this person's the most evil person in the world, Maya's not going to go along with, like, helping, you know, like, a murder. You know what I mean? She's not. I don't care what Garan says. I'm going to figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye, then the Queen had an alibi. Then Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. We know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. Wait a second. So he's telling us not to think about Garan. Take the whole idea of who can do this out of the equation. Just think about the circumstances surrounding the actual, like, real life situation. If it was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? It had to have been someone who was ending this. Remember we thought she stabbed him at one point? Nayna. Do you think Nayna can do this? Do you think Nayna can channel? Well, I'm waiting for it. Oh my god, I think it's Nayna. And you know how much I despise waiting. Yes, but there was someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Mr. Igna. There was just one more person, and they were in Igna's private quarters. That person is our only hope now. So the defense believes there was another. Let's have you a very serious answer then. With pleasure. Horn devil. Who could have channeled Mr. Igna? Yeah, I think it is. If we're talking about who's in their quarters, who's in Igna's quarters at the time, Nayna. Nayna put on a disguise. Nayna had an outfit there. She would have been able to get an outfit, right, if she was in his room. Nayna? Your Eminence said it yourself. That's right, Nayna never did go into that tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. Oh my god, we walked Garan into something? That's a change. That's a big change. How do you know? It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Igna's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nayna. And she's beyond a shadow of a doubt for herself argue that Nayna was here. So now the two people, now the prosecutor and the defense is arguing that Nayna was here. You can't deny it now, right? You can't deny she was at the very least in this room. And then there's her benevolence's statement. She said Nayna disappeared right after she entered Minister Igna's private quarters. Yes. So much is being solidified here. The room from which Minister Igna himself came running out of not long afterwards. You were not seriously suggesting. We're seriously suggesting. It's the only thing that makes sense. Nayna channeled Minister Igna and left his private quarters thereafter. And that's why no one has seen her since. This is so good. This is so good. So good. And why only Mr. Igna's shoe prints were found inside the residence. No one else was. This is so freaking good. And now we're getting some triumphant music, and it means more now that they cut it off before. That's so awesome. The way they use music in this game is so awesome. Using the thing that Garan is so famous so far in this trial, and so she's done it so much in this trial, push back on us by using our own arguments. That's the frog boy. That's the pet frog, by the way. It's so pretty. But now we're using stuff that she's proven against her. Finally. Oh, look at Maya's face. No way. That's gotta be it. Nayna must have somewhat channeled the minister. So freaking good. So freaking good. Slam that table, Apollo. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't. You're saying your other arguments are wrong if you ignore it. You can't claim Nayna isn't connected to this case somehow. Lovely. Freaking love the pushback. In light of this, the defense calls Nayna to the stand. Well, your eminence. Oh, look at her. She's still so scary. Very well then. Let us call Nayna to testify. Yes, now we can finally crack this case wide open. Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned. There's no need. Nayna is in the waiting lobby, so she knew she was going to be needed? What? Nayna's here? I thought she'd gone missing. It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. So she knew that at some point she was going to probably need Nayna to produce something, but she kept her in waiting. This is all so corrupt. But her concern for Rafa brought her here today. Our concern for Rafa? She took time off without Rafa's knowledge or consent. It's not concern for Rafa. If she had concern for Rafa, then she wouldn't have freaking. I'm sorry, but here's the thing, right? He's evil, right? And if we're saying that she's helped in the plot to kill her dad, and that's what we're saying now, that doesn't benefit Rafa, you know? I'm not saying, again, he was an awful person. I don't care that he's gone. Like, he's caused more death than any other person in this game. Doesn't change the fact that it was Rafa's dad, you know? I'm betting there's more to her than the disappearing act that meets the eye, Apollo. She abandoned Rafa to get involved in this case. That's what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nayna. Oh, wow. Miss Nayna, do you understand why you've been summoned here today? It's also interesting that Nayna was just a side joke for so long, and now she's a part of the whole trial. Because she was always there by Rafa's side. They're turning a joke about her, you know, not a joke. It was a very serious thing in a way for Rafa's story, that she was always like very like upset about being told she didn't know stuff. But in this case, it's actually like really well done, where it's like now she's a bigger part of the story, and it actually plays into the idea that, like, you know, she was always there, and then all of a sudden she wasn't there, you know? So it actually adds to the story quite a bit. Look at this design, honestly. She doesn't have her headdress that she had before, her hat, right?
Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects that I have committed a crime.
So this is Nayna. That's quite the hairdo. It's very big.
Though I will say...
Oh no. Oh no.
I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal...
Oh, she's using the I'm an old lady thing. Isn't that Rafa's favorite insult? I guess Nayna rubbed off on her with all the time they spent together. That's actually kind of cute, though, that she learned insults from her as well.
You there, young hornhead.
Yes? What, she's like checking the dust on the freaking the table?
You're accusing me of slaying Minstrigna and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded.
Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. No, I wouldn't at this stage. She's definitely seems she's doing a bit of manipulation to me.
Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Ignorant's private quarters.
So we're just going right into the testimony. She was definitely using the old lady card there, right? You know, the whole
I'm an old lady.
I'm no spirit medium, Sonny. Okay, that's the name of it.
I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides, which a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be honorable spirit medium? Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Crane. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence, the Queen Garan, is the only spirit medium left.
We know Queen Amara's not dead. We know this is just a straight up lie, but would she know that? She would. Like, if she's involved in this whole thing here, doing all this stuff, she would know this stuff. Of course she would. We gotta press that for sure.
If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass, Maya Fey.
She would know. And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Like, I think she would know that she's dead. I think she would know that she was passed. Only those of royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nayna could channel spirits is most an amusing jest. On the surface, anyway. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end. that Nayna channeled Igna's spirit. I love that Apollo's taking it this perspective. It's like, no matter what, we have to follow this line. And I actually do respect it. I respect it so much. All right, the defense may now question the witness. That one statement, is instantly wrong. It's instantly wrong. We know she is not dead. But is it a matter of like Let's press it, right? Let's press it. Let's press it. Let's see what she says about this, because I think she would know.
Hold it!
I think she would know. Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right?
Yeah, so she was a beautiful, gentle soul, but she fell in love with a man of dubious origins and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel.
Except she's actually still alive, yep. Poor Nayna, yet another follower unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus. I don't, Phoenix, I love you. I don't think that if we are following the line that she's involved in this somehow, it's hard for me to believe that she wouldn't know that she's not dead. If she's willing to like be involved in this crime along with to kill Igna, and that's the line we're going with, there's no doubt in my mind that she would know other secrets too. Amara, the queen has been locked away and her existence in the world erased. But the fact that she's still alive shackles Nayuta to Garon's will, yep. Nayuta, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right? Yep. We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness' testimony. Can I legitimately, like, I'm not even joking, can I legitimately go and just say, like, she's still alive? Because we have this. Right? We know this is Amara, and we know the book is in the picture. This proves that she's still alive. We know this is false.
Objection!
Yep. Freaking fantastic. Awesome. We know she's still alive. The picture proves it fully. Because I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case. What do you mean? I've never heard him say this before. Because I'm presenting, because it's saying that no, she's still alive. Even if she doesn't believe it, it's saying like, no, Amara's still alive. But I guess what Apollo was saying is like, how do we make it like work for us in this case? Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation? Oh, sorry, we got this. How do I put this? Oh, because he has to break the news to everyone. I believe there's a problem with Nayna's testimony. Oh my god. Like, I can't believe the person to, like, actually break the news to everybody is going to be Apollo. Go on. She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because in Khura'in, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits. I fail to see the problem in that statement, defense. Hold on. I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. Oh my god, Apollo, yes. Tell him. Nayna stated an absolute falsehood. She's still alive. Since we know that Amara is still alive, at the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nayna channeling Igna. Okay. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Igna came running out screaming despite having been killed at 2 p.m. That would mean that Nayna channeled Igna. Even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. So you're saying that Nayna's part of the royal family? Wait. It's too late to ask for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? No. Keep going. I love this. Keep going. Because you're dragging me down with you. Please keep dragging me. Mr. Wright? You may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us a break we need. Whatever you want to do, Apollo. He's planning something big here. Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are? What are we proposing? I just wanted to say that she's still alive. Yes, it's used risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo? Garan looks shocked there. That's... Oh, now you're just seeing his mother as well. This photo's very existence to say nothing of a person in it contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Crane. So we're saying that there is another spirit medium. We're saying that, like, there's someone else capable of channeling something. Oh, and devil, you mustn't. Oh, we're about to... Apollo's about to reveal this. Apollo is about to reveal. This is huge. This is so huge. I mean, I knew I wanted to do this, but, like... Apollo, he said, you know, he wants to claim something even, like... Well, I think maybe the claim might be just like she's still alive. But a Phoenix wouldn't be like, you're not doing that if you think what you're doing. Because, again, he knows she's still alive, too. Under these circumstances, the outcome of the trial must depend on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence?
Oh, my lord. Will defense please explain who is shown in the photograph?
The person in the photo is the previous Queen Amara, Sigatara Karain. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive.
What? That's nonsense.
Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. Yep. Well, how are people going to react to this? The mark of the dragon is branded on it. It can only be placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination. Oh, she's so angry. Look at her. Queen Amara's still alive? Has the lawyer gone mad?
While I personally find it hard to believe, I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense.
Because that's the thing, it would be very shocking for people to, like, really come to terms with this, for sure. Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet according to Dirk, she's actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Wait, what? What? Apollo. Wait, that's the claim? We're saying she's here right now? But how? Nayna, stop. No, let him just go, Nayna. Please just let him go. Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. No. Nayna, please. The red pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning lawyerly art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue.
Objection!
Oh yeah, object. I love the music starts again. That's where you're wrong, prosecutor, because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn now. You need to wake you up for the truth right before your eyes. What is he? He said this was gonna be a bluff. This doesn't seem like a bluff. This seems like a massive revelation. What are we doing? Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as... Wait, what? So the people who are in this courtroom today... Guys, I have chills. What are we doing here? Are Phoenix, Apollo, Nayna, Rafa, Garan, and Nayna. If we're saying that Nayna was the one who could channel the spirits, then are they saying that she's disguising herself as Nayna? Is that... Guys, my heart is nearly frozen. Look at them, they have the question mark on her age even as well. Is that because we just don't have much information on her?
Take that!
Oh my freaking god. Oh my god, what? This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Igna. Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled Minister Igna in order to mask the real time of his death. Jesus Christ. Condense these traits into one person and you get the spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nayna? Are we saying that Nayna is actually Queen Amara? But then that means Queen Amara will be going along with everything though then, right? What the frick? What? What? When he said he was bluffing, I didn't know what he was going to say. I thought he was going to say, like, maybe there's a possibility that, like, Nayna is covering this up and Nayna is also a part of the royal family or something. Is the former Queen Amara and the killer. We've been looking for all of... That's insane. That's insane. We just... What?
Objection.
My heart is pounding. Have you finally lost your mind, Mr... No, Jesus freaking Christ. Like, honestly, for a second I thought we did. Does that mean Nayna's dead? Or is it just a disguise? Because I thought she may have been channeling Nayna, but then it might just be a disguise. What you say is beyond blasphemous, even into the depths of hell. Oh my god, guys. I have a chill over my whole freaking body. I just wanted to prove that she was... I love when moments like that happen. When I just wanted to prove that she was still alive. She said frightening allegations, by the way.
Absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives. And is actually Miss Nayna here? You have truly gone off the deep end.
You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. What? Your Eminence. Oh, she knows. It has to be true. Look at her face. It has to be true. Jesus Christ, guys. I have a pit in my stomach right now. If Queen Amara truly is dead. Oh. You should be able to channel her spirit right now. Right here, right now. Isn't that correct? He said do it then. If she's dead, channel her. Go for it. I'm gonna die. Gnurk. I can't deny it. Just like that? Just like that? The lawyer speaks the truth, Nayna, the woman who stands here before us. Is Amara, the former queen, believed to have perished 23 years ago? Holy freaking hell. Does that mean this whole time Queen Amara has been, like, with us during our investigations? Or is the disguise only recent? Guys, there's like heat all over my body. I have tingles. Palooka? That's your mother. Guys, my heart. What the hell? Oh my freaking god. Oh my god. Finally. We finally got Igna's real killer on the stand. But what does that mean though? Does that mean she was going along with it? Amara Sigitar Karain. Please drop back to tell her what really happened. Are you freaking joking me? Are you freaking joking me right now? Oh. Oh dearie me, I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead. Oh god. What? What? So it's not channeling, it's like a literal disguise, it seems? What's she doing? What? Oh my frick. This transformation. This epic music. Holy freaking hell, guys. What the hell? Look at her. Oh my freaking god. First of all, stunning design. Second of all, I'm getting chill attacks every 2 seconds in this trial now. Queen Amara is standing before us. But what does that mean for this? Is she under duress? Are they forcing? But she doesn't seem like she's forcing. She seems very serious and very like sly with the way she's talking. What are we dealing with now? She looks amazing. I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. She's stunning. It's been far too long since I last greeted you. This music. Good people of Karain. She has a heavenly presence to her, doesn't she? Even the hand movements, it is I, Guys, I need to catch my breath. My heart is going 100 miles per hour. Your former queen. This music is so epic. Queen Amara? Even the beads, like even Nayuta's shocked by this. That's your mother. That's your mother standing right there. And I thought Garan's makeover was extreme. Can it really be true? You're alive and well, this track is like so epic. It's so with a godlike, angelic almost. It is true, I feel as if I had been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress. This does not change the whole reasoning behind the Defense Culpability Act. How can people believe in that anymore? Amara, I'm sorry I wasn't able to keep your secret any longer. Wait, they're like buddies. I mean, they would be, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she sounds like she's buddies with Garan. I thought she was maybe she was involved in getting Amara, like, kidnapped and, like, contained there. Like, it was against... How, though? We saw that loving photo. How does this happen? How does this happen? How does this happen? I am safe now. For Dirk, that blackguard who threatened my life will be recaptured soon. She's even talking about Dirk this way? What have we uncovered here, guys? I need not conceal my identity longer. What have we uncovered? Queen Amara, what does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago? I barely escaped that blaze in my life. No, it doesn't change the Defense Culpability Act at all. It doesn't. Because she's gonna say it was an attempted frickin' murder. I'm gonna die. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore I staged my death and abdicated to the throne to my dear younger sister Gran. But you ran away with Dirk at one point. You were on the run together.
But the building of that great tomb, and disguising yourself as a lowly servant, why would you do such a thing?
Gran, I would have you explain. I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. Guys, I'm not getting a headache, but I can feel like a pressure, not from pain, but it's like, it feels like my mind is melting. Or is the best way to hide it from the eyes of the public? After all, who could conceive Amara lowering her station to that of a servant? She's got that right. It is a great disguise. She was with us the whole time then. She was with Nayna. She was with Ray for that whole time, giving her advice, teaching her things. When we were doing investigations with Rafa, the Queen Amara was nearby at all times. Holy freaking hell. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far off place. How is Dirk gonna take this? He never even guessed she was living as a servant, right? In plain sight. She's such a stunning design. I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is quite a humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. But those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Hornhead. You should consider yourself lucky if that's all that this ends with. If there's something you wish to say, then say it. We're accusing you. That's what's happening here. It doesn't matter who you are, you won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as a Justice Finneranga's real killer. The fact, I love Apollo so much. The fact that even though the situation is dire, even though the situation is crazy, he doubles down and says it doesn't matter. I know I'm indicting you. Insane stuff from Apollo here. I love him. I love him so much. Because he's bringing me back down to reality as well. He's bringing me back down to the earth. What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide? You know what I mean? Where like I'm up in the clouds for a bit there. My heart is pounding. I still have chills as I'm playing this. But leave it to Apollo and a good lawyer to drag us back down to earth and say, we still have a thing to do here. He's amazing.
The Grand Priest of Charism, you can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of the people, and that's the problem. Stop thinking of people as goddesses.
If you commit the crime, you better be ready to do the time. Apollo's like, I don't care if you're a goddess. I don't care if you're a queen. You're going away, buddy. Be it you priest, saint, queen, or god.
I've never met such an egalitarian person.
Queen Amara. In your years disguised as Nayna, you would have learned about the Minister Igna's disorder. He's just going right into it. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes for it to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right? I'm so proud of Apollo right now. I'm so proud of him. What a curious character you are. No, don't try and sidetrack him. Apollo's doing so good. I'm so proud of him. You would label me a murderer? Me, the one who the people regard as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself. You may be a grand figure in Curranism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me. He's saying, I'm not from here. I don't see it this way. You're just a suspect. I'm so proud of him. I love him so much. He brought me back down to earth because I was up in the clouds. I was gone. I was gone. We have a job to do. It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with the accusations of murder most foul?
Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence.
That's not the time for this either, Judge.
The lawyer knows not what he speaks.
Fear not, good Majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I'm a grand priestess on this stand, I am but a witness like any other. I shall face these accusations with grace and benevolence. Oh my god, she's making herself feel, like, seem so amazing. I can do this, you know, I have nothing to hide. And look, it's already getting the response she wants. Your compassion overfloweth your mercifulness. Oh, young lawyer. In my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw. Her hand movements make me very unnerved. The music stopping is also making me nervous too. There's a flaw? Nayuta. Yes, your mercifulness. Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered? Dirk Somebody, Maya Fey, and the victim Minister Igna. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. Nayuta, your mother is safe. You have no reason to be with them anymore. Your mother is more than safe. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Igna because he was already there. Why not? Do not keep the defense waiting on you to explain how wrong he truly is. Yes, your mercifulness. Her benevolence Princess Rafa saw Minister Igna enter the tomb around 2:30 p.m. Yet your defense claims that the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, then once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb. Oh yeah. Had she tried to exit before you all arrived, Princess Rafa would have been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, Benevolence saw nothing of the sort. Didn't they say something about Rafa going downstairs for a bit? In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. Didn't we not say that before? And yet, was she there in the tomb when the murder was discovered, Defense? Why is Nayuta? She's safe. Please join our side, please. No, she wasn't. You can see that they're not good. Please, Nayuta. Now, do you see? I know that's his mother. That's the problem. Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood. Jesus Christ. Well, that was entertaining, Prosecutor Samadi. Assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother... What? We're actually getting Nayuta as the final... But it means so much more emotionally, right? He's under the thumb of of both his mother and Garan, and now he's been made to take over the case. Prosecute your father to save you. What a way to phrase it. What a poignant fate you bear, but bear it you must. That is so painful to think about. Are you ready? Yes, Your Eminence. Defend your mother to prosecute your father. This is a crazy, crazy final trial, guys. And there you have it, Your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines, so we're actually getting Nayna as the final boss. But it's actually, it's way different than we thought it was going to be. It still is under emotional duress. It still is, with things hanging over him, being under someone's thumb. But legitimately is clearing his mother's name this time around. I relinquish complete control of the sacred hall to your authority once more. This is insane. Thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, your mercifulness, your testimony, if you please. I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I'm too overwhelmed. If we want to really get into this, I'll be completely honest with you guys. It's not that I didn't listen to what Nayna was saying. It's that I'm gonna have to look back over it again because my mind was just kind of fried at all the stuff that was happening. A really, really crazy turn of events. Because Apollo brought us back down to Earth because we had a job there, but man, I'm still shell shocked about the goings on of this trial. What the hell? So the thing is, we can talk about all the goings on of this trial and all the big things, but let's talk about just the big thing here. Let's just talk about it. Let's just go straight into it. We can talk about bit by bit. But the revelation we had here was first that Nayna was involved in this. But then I presented the evidence because I just wanted to prove that Amara was alive. This whole time thinking Amara was just this really pleasant lady who was still trapped somewhere. But in the end, it led to Apollo doing one of the biggest and one of the craziest quote unquote bluffs I've ever seen in this game series. Nayna, you are Queen Amara. And they admitted in this courtroom. And what's so great about the writing of this as well is that what's the first thing we question? As soon as Amara is seen as alive, the Defense Culpability Act and Nayna, first of all, the first thing is Defense Culpability Act is eradicated because who's going to believe in it anymore? No, they changed it around. It was an attempted murder. So now they still have something to hate lawyers for. Right? Second thing, Nayuta's going to come on our side. That's his mother. And I neglected to think about that situation there, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know she was going to be like this. I thought as soon as he found out she was safe, it's okay, I can finally fight for what's right. But that's his mother. I'm not going to hold it against Nayna for defending his mother. This is one of the most complicated emotional situations I've seen. The reveal of Queen Amara here was one of the most epic encounters and one of the most incredible moments in this game series. They really presented it in such a way with this heavenly music, this godlike music, this orchestral music, this chanting. It was supposed to be one of the biggest moments, and it was. Because this whole time, let's just do the timeline. Amara's dead. Amara's still alive. Amara is being held captive. Amara was the beloved queen. A fire was set where Dirk was framed. And now, not only is Amara safe, Amara was pretending to be Nayna this whole time. And now Amara, for the past 14 years, has also been someone who has apparently been teaching Reva everything she knows. And now Amara is back here. But not only is she back, her and Garan seem to have a good relationship. The way that Garan apologized to her, the way that she has just as much of a scary presence as Amara, but it just feels slightly different. Sorry, Garan, it feels just slightly different. Not what I expected at all. If we were going to see Amara, I thought we were going to get the next time we were going to see Amara, I genuinely thought it was going to be maybe a moment where Amara shows up and goes, no, I can't let this trial go on any further or something, you know what I mean? I didn't think it was going to be in this situation. Her design is impeccable, by the way. It's absolutely impeccable. But what we surmise here is that Amara pretended to be Nayna to hide away, in her words, this isn't true, to hide away from Dirk. Which we don't believe that, but that's what they're going to argue, that the reason she pretended to be Nayna this whole time was she was hiding away from Dirk. Which we know isn't true. We know that at one point they ran away together. That's the thing. It's what is she... How does this all fall into place? She was holding that baby. She looked so sweet. People loved her. Dirk loved her still. How does that work? What did she really feel? This reveal made me feel so hot under the collar. I was boiling. And it was also this thing where that's why I love getting invested in video games, guys. Because I know sometimes I've always heard from people being I remember I watched a podcast last time of somebody being I can't get behind people who get so invested in video games that they're going crazy when they're playing them, And to me, it's it's up to the individual. For me, I like getting so invested that why I felt so crazy during that. I can come away from this being man, I love how this game makes me feel. I love that. Even though I was actually feeling like I needed to catch my breath and everything was going crazy. Isn't it amazing that a game could do this with this reveal? It's insane. And now we have the situation with Nayuta, which is an incredible transition here, by the way, because again, if this was a situation where Amara was still alive and she was happy and healthy and she was nice and all this stuff too, Nayuta would then probably turn to our side. But in this situation, he's aiming to prove his mother's innocence, and Garan has stepped aside. It's almost like a prophecy being fulfilled. It's almost like Anakin Skywalker stepping up to the plate. You know what I mean? Because again, in my mind, it was he would come to our side if Dirk brought her back. But in reality, we also have to acknowledge that that's his mother, and he's already on the surface lost faith in his dad, at least on the surface, right? And Garan summed up why this is so crazy. Prosecute your dad to defend your mother. I feel so bad for Nayuta because he's been manipulated to high heavens. And I feel so bad for Nayuta to even be put in a situation like this. But to see how determined he is here as well. The only thing is, there's something more to this. And you know why there's something more to this? What do they have over his head then? They wouldn't just say they have something over Nayuta's head this whole time if there wasn't something over his head. Because we thought it was because Amara was in danger. But what if it I don't know, man. There's something more to this because beforehand they did say to us that he had something over his head. There's a reason why he was acting this way with us. There's something else to that. Because why, if Nayuta knew she was safe this whole time, are we just going to say that Nayuta has gotten so corrupt that he knows that she's been tricking the people for this long and he's just going along with it for just because, You know what I mean? There's something to that. They wouldn't just mention it if it wasn't important. There's something to that. And I wonder what. This is one of those things where this is one of the craziest reveals we've had in Ace Attorney with Amara coming back. And I think we haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. Because there's still so many things going along and so many questions. And Dirk doesn't even know about this as well. How is Dirk going to react to this? Dirk has gone to try and save her. This has changed the whole complexion of this court case. We went from trying to get Dirk just to be innocent to now accusing the woman that he loves more than anyone to prove his innocence. Crazy. Guys, I'm just I'm in such a different mindset right now. It feels like this didn't even happen. It feels like this isn't real. I think it's good that I'm coming away from this mind blown, but also more questions, because that just means there's intrigue going into the next part of this, guys, when we play it. Which by the time you guys see this part, Monday's part will already be up on Patreon if you want to see that. That's a little shameless plug for you as well. We had also the stuff with Maya as well, which I think was really fantastically done. I love that Apollo and Maya finally met for the first time, and it was in the middle of a courtroom in the 6th game. So crazy. And I actually think they played up the idea of Maya and Apollo, in the questioning in the court so well, because the thing that led us to believe that there was something crazier going on here and that channeling could have happened is that everything fell into place with the idea that it could be channeling, but it just didn't make sense. It was Maya. So I loved that, like, there was this kind of thing where Apollo was like, and Maya did this, and Maya's like, why would I do that? And Maya did that, and why would I do that? And it actually was believable for the player because we know Maya wouldn't just like put on a disguise to help kill someone. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. But they played on that fact in our emotions. I love the fact that they also played in our emotions with the music in this level. The way they would have this triumphant music and then it would be cut off and then the triumphant music would play again. They use different music cues all the time in this game, but they really played on our emotions with that thing too.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
We have a situation now that is so crazy that I can't predict anything, guys. I can't. I have no, like, it's one of those situations where, like, I know, like, it's like we don't always do predictions in this series, but like usually I sometimes will be able to be like, I think this character is doing this and maybe that's why they did this. But like in this sense, it's like whenever I think of like her appearing and then her and Amara having a good relationship and Nayna just going along with this too, I just think back to that photo we have of the pleasant picture of Queen Amara. And how can someone who's so beloved by Dirk and so beloved by everybody align herself in such a way with Queen Garan? It turns our whole idea of this world on its head because we before believed that Garan got her killed possibly. And now she's alive and well. And not only that, but she's like saying that it was an attempted murder by Dirk. Crazy, guys. Sorry if I wasn't as like intricate in my details about this. It's just my mind's blown by this. It's so great, but it's so crazy at the same time too, guys. If you want to see these videos early, as I said, you can see them for €1 or $1.50 on Patreon or YouTube members. If you want to have your name scroll by right now in every single video, it is €10 or €12.50. It also helps a lot as well. Same with the next tier above that, which is the €15 tier or the €17 tier, where you get your name read out in every single video as well. Let me get the names of the patrons. Typharo 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Ewald, Anusta, The Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, High Kasperian, Jared Abionum, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Roy Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lusanagi. See you guys soon. Bye bye.